Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan, Radhe Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan, Radhe. Jayo Nitai Gauranga, Jayo Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Jayo Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Jayo Nitai Gaur. Jaya Srinivas Govinda, Jaya Srinivas Govinda, Srinivas Govinda, Jaya Srinivas Govinda, Govinda, Jaya Srinivas Govinda, Srinivas Govinda, Jaya Srinivas Govinda. Jaya Prahlad Narsimha, Prahlad Narsimha, Prahlad Narsimha, Jaya Prahlad Narsimha, Prahlad Narsimha, Prahlad Narsimha, Jaya Prahlad. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol.
विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद श्रीवाइन ग्रेसी भक्ति वेदांत संशय प्रभुपाद की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 2, Text number 23. Aho bakiyam stanakalakutam, Aho bakiyam stanakalakutam, जिघां सयापाययद् अपि असाध्वी, जिघां सयापाययद् अपि असाध्वी, जिघां सयापाययात् अपि असाध्वी, लेभे गतिं धात्री उचितां ततोऽन्यं, लेभे गतिं धात्री उचितां ततोऽन्यं, खं वा दयालुं शरणं व्रजेम, कं वा दयालुं शरणं व्रजेम। अहो बकीयं स्तनकालकूटं, जिघांसयापाययद् अप्यसाध्वी, लेभे गतिं धात्री उचितां ततोऽन्यं, कं वा दयालुं शरणं व्रजेम। अहो बकीयं स्तनकालकूटम् जिघांसयापाययदप्यसाध्वी लेभे गतिं धात्र्युचितां ततोऽन्यम् कं वा दयालुं शरणं व्रजेम। अहो बकीयं तनकालकूटम् जिघांसयापाययदप्यसाध्वी लेभे गतिं धात्र्युचितां ततोऽन्यम् कं वा दयालुं शरणं व्रजेम। तनकालकूटम् Mahokatiyam tanataraputam Jigham sayapa Levegatim vatri chitam datayam Ahopakiyam panapanakotam Divam sayapyam Ahopakiyam panapanakotam Jigam sayapyam Yedevatratrijinam ladonyam Kambadhayadam sharanam Aho, alas, Baki, the she demon, Pūtanā, Yam, whom, Stana, of her breast, Kala, deadly, Kūtam, poison, Jigham saya, out of envy, Apayayat, nourished, Api, although, Asadhvi, unfaithful, Lebhe, achieved, Gatim, destination, Dhatri uchitam, just suitable for the nurse, Tataha, beyond whom, Anyam, other, Kam, who else, Va, certainly, Dayalum, merciful, Sharanam, shelter, Vrajema, shall I take. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Translation: Alas, how shall I take shelter of one more merciful than He who granted the position of mother to a she-demon Pūtanā, although she was unfaithful, and she prepared deadly poison to be sucked from her breast. Kindly repeat. Alas, how shall I take shelter of one more merciful than He who granted the position of mother to a she-demon, Pūtanā, although she was unfaithful and she prepared deadly poison to be sucked from her breast. Purport. Here is an example of the extreme mercy of the Lord, even to his enemy. It is said that a noble man accepts the good qualities of a person of doubtful character, just as one accepts nectar from a stalk of poison. In his babyhood, he was administered deadly poison by Pūtanā, a she-demon, who tried to kill the wonderful baby. And because she was a demon, it was impossible for her to know that the Supreme Lord, even though playing the part of a baby, was no one less than the same Supreme Personality of Godhead. His value as the Supreme Lord did not diminish upon his becoming a baby to please his devotee Yashoda. The Lord may assume the form of a baby or a shape other than that of a human being, but it does not make the slightest difference. It is always the same Supreme. He is always the same Supreme. A living creature, however powerful he may become by dint of severe penance, can never become equal to the Supreme Lord. Lord Krishna accepted the motherhood of Pūtanā because she pretended to be an affectionate mother. Although allowing Krishna to suck her breast, the Lord accepts the least qualification of the living entity and awards him the highest reward. That is the standard of his character. Therefore, who but the Lord can be the ultimate shelter? Kindly read. Doesn't the Bhakti Vedanta purport? Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So Uddhava is recollecting the special mercy of the Lord. The Lord gave Sayujya Mukti to Shishupala, who was most inimical towards him. Lord gave liberation to all the soldiers who fought on the opposite side. So those are all the mercy manifestation of the Supreme Lord recollected by Uddhava. And here the epitome of all the mercy that the Lord has exhibited, and that's why Prabhupada is mentioning example of extreme mercy of the Lord even to his enemy. So Pūtanā, who came to Krishna in order to kill him, stana kala kutam, through her breast milk, poisoned breast milk. And she appeared to be like a mother, but she was actually unfaithful, asadvi, apyasadvi. However, Krishna did not consider her poisoning him. Krishna did not consider her unfaithfulness. Krishna considered her dhatri uchitam, the motherly offering. And he gave lebhe gatim tatonyam. He gave the position of a mother in the spiritual planet. So Uddhava is recollecting and mentioning Kamva Dayalum Sharanam Vrajema. Who else I should take shelter more merciful than him? So the Lord is extremely merciful, especially in this pastime. Even Shukadeva Goswami, when he heard this pastime, he transformed himself from an impersonalist to a Vaishnava, to a personalist. So what is that special character here that Lord has exhibited. He has picked up the non-existent quality of a demon and he has recognized that and he has elevated her to that position. So Prabhupada is mentioning, the noble man accepts the good qualities of a person of doubtful character. So even if a character of a person 100% is bad, but a noble man accepts the good qualities of that person. Srila Prabhupada, he mentions there are two kinds of living entities, human beings. One is honeybee, one is fly. So, honeybee is always searching for sweet nectarian honey, and a housefly is always searching for pus, mucus, garbage. So, the Lord, who is the leader of all the devotees, Sattvatam Patihi, he is showing the best example that how one has to look at the good qualities of a person, even of a doubtful character or even in the enemy. Of course, in this case, we cannot even follow because Pūtanā is come with a deadly poison. But the instruction, the principle is that Prabhupada is mentioning the noble man accepts the good qualities of even a doubtless character person. So in one place Prabhupada mentions the difference between a devotee and a non-devotee is this. Just like the bee and the fly. The bee always attracted by the honey and flies go to the open source. So the devotee is only attracted by the good qualities in other people and does not see their faults. He is friend to everyone and in this way he finds his life sublime. So devotee's life becomes sublime when he is attracted only to the good qualities of the other people. So that connection Prabhupada is making. Our life becomes sublime when we search for good qualities or attracted by the good qualities in others. He is friend to everyone and in this way he finds his life sublime. Of course, we are not ourselves perfect. So sometimes there may be something and we may lose our enthusiasm to do something. But these things come and go and you should not bother very much with them. So everyone is a abode of faults. But still, one who wants to be noble, one who wants to be devotee, he should be looking for good characters in others, even though there is a fault. And then Prabhupada is mentioning, these faults are all temporary. Sometimes there may be something and we may lose our enthusiasm to do something. But these things come and go. So the enthusiasm may come and go. Good characters, bad characters come and go. But then the principle is we have to look for good characters in everyone. Just be attached to Krishna and try always to think how to please him. And he will personally rescue his devotee from all kinds of unfavorable situations. Even we may not like to do the work. If we work very hard for Krishna, soon we lose our attachment and become satisfied just to be serving Krishna. And as long as at least 16 offenseless rounds daily are being chanted, know it for certain that our anxieties will disappear very soon. So sometimes we may not be attached to the work. You may not like the work, Prabhupada says, you may not like that service. But if you work hard for Krishna in that service, soon you will lose attachment to non-doing. And become satisfied in Krishna's service. Sometimes we think, oh, I don't like this service, I don't like this situation. But then, if we engage in devotional service for the pleasure of the Lord, work hard, Prabhupada, if we work hard for Krishna in that service, not saying simply as a matter of duty you do, work hard for Krishna, then gradually you become detached from that laziness or misconception and you become satisfied in Krishna's service. Then condition Prabhupada puts, as long as one chants 16 offenseless rounds. This is the condition. Shri Radha Madan Mohan ki, Shri Nitaya Gauranga ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. As long as at least 16 offenseless rounds daily we are being chanted, know it for certain that all our anxieties will be disappear very soon. Another place Prabhupada mentions, just as a honeybee is always interested in the honey, in the flower, and does not consider the thorns and colors, highly qualified persons who are uncommon accept only the good qualities of others, not considering their bad qualities, whereas the common man judge what are the good qualities and what are the bad qualities. So, Prabhupada, it is uncommon people characteristic. Doshan paresham hi guneshu sadhavo. Here sadhu, asadhu. The qualities of a sadhu, doshan pareshan hi gunesha. So this is actually a statement made by Sati Devi to her father. Daksha. Daksha has found fault in Lord Shiva. The very word Shiva means most auspicious. And he is found fault with Lord Shiva. So therefore, Prabhupada mentions she is addressing Daksha as, oh, twice born Daksha. Twice born means very learned. Twice born, they know Vedas, they know all the Shastras. So you have learned so much, but then a man like you can simply find fault in the quality of others. Lord Shiva, however, not only finds no faults with others' qualities, but if someone has a little good quality, he magnifies it greatly. Unfortunately, you have found fault with such a great soul. She is lamenting. In fact, she says, Prabhupada mentions in the purport, she says, you are just the opposite. Although Lord Shiva has so many good qualities and nobody found fault with him, because of your accepting his good qualities to be bad, instead of your becoming the most exalted soul, you have become the most fallen. A man becomes the greatest soul by accepting goodness of others, but by unnecessarily considering others' good qualities to be bad, you have become the lowest of the fallen souls. So we elevate our character by appreciating the others' good characters. So that's a law of attraction. Material world works like that, and that is a spiritual principle also. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami writes about one devotee's character. It's a Pandita Haridas. He mentions he always accepted the good qualities of Vaishnavas and never found fault in them. He engaged his heart and soul only to satisfy the Vaishnavas. Never found fault in them. It is a qualification of a Vaishnava that he is Adosha Darshi. Adosha Darshi. Seeing, no darshan. When he sees, he doesn't see dosha, adosha. He never sees others' faults. Of course, every human being has both good qualities and faults. Therefore, it is said, Sajjana Gunam Icchanti Dosham Icchanti Pamaraha. Everyone has a combination of faults and glories. But a Vaishnava, a sober man, accepts only a man's glories and not his faults. For flies seek source, whereas honeybees seek honey. Haridas Pandit never found fault with a Vaishnava, but considered only his good qualities. So, as an ideal Vaishnava, he never ever found fault in any other devotee, only good qualities. Now a question may rise, if I don't find good qualities, how will that jiva improve? So then, for that Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur says, we should never think that I have the right to correct any jiva. Finally, it is left to Guru and Krishna to correct them. Any jiva. That jiva is the property of the Supreme Lord, not mine. He is not surrendered to me. He is surrendered to this. So when we think that, it is offensive to think that I can correct other jivas. Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur mentions, we should never think that we are able to improve any jiva, because that is the role actually of the Supreme Lord, Guru and Krishna. Just like flies, they will sit down on the stool. Makshikam Brahmara Icchanti. And the bees, they will try to take honey. Even in the animals, you will see the honey, the bees will never come to the stool, and the ordinary flies, they never go to collect honey. Similarly, there are divisions in the birds, divisions in the bees, divisions in human society. So you cannot expect that ordinary person will come to Krishna consciousness. You see, because they have been trained to become flies. So we have been trained to become flies from our birth. The modern education, they will taste stool. You see, the modern education is to teach people to become flies. Only stool. Not here, Krishna consciousness. But you make it a honeycomb. Those who are seeking after honey, they will find here is something. You see, don't make it a stool society. You see, make it a honey society. At least give chance. Those who are seeking after honey, don't cheat people, so they will come. Actually, this lecture is titled as Make a Honey Society. Honey society means Prabhupada, honeycomb. Krishna consciousness is like a honeycomb. All the devotees are like honeybees. They go to the outside world, pick up honey and store into the honeycomb. So, very wonderful lecture. Prabhupada points out that our mission is to become like honeybee and make a honey society. Only sweet, nectarian honey. Very, very sweet. Not like a fly, search after where is pus, where is stool. Another very interesting conversation with Prabhupada and devotees on many practical aspects. Tamal Krishna, what is the way to draw the line between the following three things? Blasphemy, fault finding and calling a spade a spade. Spade means someone a thief. If you tell you are wrong, how to, whether it is blasphemy or whether it is fault finding, how can you find a difference? Prabhupada, a spade, just like I am saying that what you are a small fig only. That is reality. And what is the other? So Prabhupada, if you are insignificant, so if I say you are insignificant, it's a fact. So it's calling a spade a spade. You see a thief and you tell him you are doing stealing. It's not wrong. Fault finding, that is another fault. One who is finding fault, that is actually another fault. Vranam icchanti, makshika vranam icchanti, madhum icchanti. Just like the flies, they are finding out where is sore, and the bees, they are finding out where there is honey. So two animals, they have got two businesses, finding fault and collecting the good things. These are two. Just like creatures, there are two classes. Similarly, there are many rascals who are simply fault finding. Tamal Krishna. And blasphemy, what about blasphemy? Prabhupada. Blasphemy means you have good qualities, but still I am defaming you. Like Daksha did to Lord Shiva. Blaspheming. Tamal Krishna. So the saintly person tends to overlook the bad qualities and see the good ones. Prabhupada. Yes. Tamal Krishna. Like Krishna's dealing with Pūtanā. So Krishna, even though Pūtanā had so many bad qualities, but he overlooked all of that and saw the good quality of her being a mother. Motherly nature. She wants to feed Krishna. Whether that what she wants to feed Krishna is not worried. So, a saintly person overlooks the bad qualities. Hridayananda Swami. Sometimes, Prabhupada, when we expose them, their argument is, oh, you are a saintly person. Why are you criticizing me? Suppose you tell spade a spade. Why are you criticizing me? Prabhupada. No, it is not criticizing. It is opening your eyes. You are blind. You are thinking yourself a very big. So we are opening eyes. You are not big. You are not even a pig or fig. That is Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya. You are blind like ignorant with ignorance. So we are trying to open your eyes. See things as they are. It is favoring you. It is not criticizing you. So these rascals, they do not understand these two important words. God is great, I am small. They think I am as good as God. This is the folly. Hridayananda. Fools rush in where angels fear to tread. Prabhupada. Yes, like that. So the angels, Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, they are offering their obeisance and these rascals are claiming, I am God. How great rascals they are. Shiva Virinchi Nutam, Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, they are offering their respects. And these things are, I am equal with God. This Mayavadi philosophy, Moodhas. Dayananda. Srila Prabhupada, the tendency to be puffed up seems to be so strong. As soon as they get just a little bit of so-called qualification, then everyone is becoming puffed up. Even great personalities like Lord Indra and Lord Brahma. So this puffed up nature is there. As soon as little qualification, immediately we become proud. Prabhupada, Lord Brahma is also one of the living entities. So he can also become proud. So how is it devotee? How is it possible that we are so insignificant, but at the same time we become so puffed up? How is it possible for us? Even though I am small, not even an ant, but I am thinking I am very big, as good as God. How that small fellow is thinking big, that he is so big? Prabhupada, that is material consciousness. That you are nothing, you are thinking very big. That is material consciousness. And as soon as you become Krishna consciousness, you will simply think, Krishna is great, we are nothing, insignificant. That is Krishna consciousness. And as soon as you think that you are independent of Krishna, you are also Krishna, then you are a fool, rascal, moodhoyam nabijanati. Madness. The whole world is going on in this foolish understanding. Therefore, they have been described, moodhas, all rascals. Anyone who is thinking there is no God, there is no Krishna, it may be impersonal, there is no personality, and I am equal to God. These are all rascals. Dayanand. So actually, there is no way to become detached, Prabhupada. The only way is that you become Krishna conscious. Mameva ye prapadyante. You surrender to Krishna and everything will be clear. Just like as soon as the sun rises, everything is clear. No covering. That is our propaganda. That you become Krishna conscious. Then you become fully aware of everything. Otherwise you remain rascal, fools, gadha, asses. If you prefer to remain asses, you can do so. But we are servant of Krishna. We must preach reality. One letter Prabhupada writes, please accept my blessings. I have received a letter from Yashodananda Maharaj in Japan dated March 31, in which he writes that he has become very disturbed by reports. He says, you are making that he and Guru Kripa Maharaj are not authorized by me, and so many criticisms he alleges you are making against them. This kind of criticism and counter criticism is not good. Those who are advanced devotees try to see only the good that other devotees are doing, just as bees are attracted to honey, while flies are attracted to the source. Guru Kripa Maharaj and Yashodananda Maharaj have gone to Tokyo with my full knowledge for Sankirtan and collecting funds for our projects in India. In the past, they have collected very nicely and sent $40,000 to India. So, let them work peacefully and you engage yourself fully in Los Angeles and BBT matters. You have great responsibilities in that connection. Let us try to work cooperatively, otherwise the fighting spirit will ruin our great movement. Another very interesting point, reference related to Maharaj Parikshit. It is mentioned, Maharaj Parikshit was a realist. Like the bees who only accept the essence of a flower, he knew perfectly well that in the age of Kali, auspicious things produce good effects immediately, whereas inauspicious acts must be actually performed to render effects. So he was never envious of the personality of Kali. So generally we all blame Kali Yuga, Kali Purusha. Or we blame some other person for our difficulties. Or Maharaj Parikshit, he is ruling the kingdom and his enemy is Kali. He is going to spoil his kingdom. But Shukadeva Goswami is mentioning, Suta Goswami, Maharaj Parikshit was not envious of Kali. Because he is looking, what is that good I can do now in this situation, in this circumstance. Kali Yuga is ocean of fault. But what is that good I can do? So what is that good? In Kali Yuga, whatever you think bad will not give you effect. If you want to get bad effect, if you want to get papa phala, you have to personally perform. You have to work very hard to get papa phala, papa karma. But suppose you want to do punya, simply think, I am doing Gosava, I am doing Annadana, you will get the benefit. In any other yuga, even if you think, I want to kill him, you will get punished for that. You will get karma for that. You don't have to physically work. Similarly, punya also. You simply think, I am doing Gosava, you will get punya for that. But in Kali Yuga, the discount is, we don't have to perform We don't have, even if you think badly, sinfully, that effect will not come. The effect of that sinful thinking will not come. Only when you perform, the effect is seen. That means how foolish we will be. Suppose really we are suffering sinful activities, that means how foolishly we really worked hard for that. So, Maharaj Parikshit picked up this principle, and therefore he was not envious of Kali Purusha. See how a devotee, he picks up what is the relevant practical aspect in the age of Kali, and he utilized it. So in our situation also, many times there will be 99 options failure, but somewhere one will be there. In the nook and corner, some insignificant point will be there. So that a devotee takes advantage of that. These are some of the great advantages of the age of Kali, and Maharaj Parikshit took all the advantages and did not think any ill of the age of Kali, true to his Vaishnava cult. What is a Vaishnava cult? He is not bothered about the problem that is existing. He is not even considering. He is looking what are the opportunities available today. There may be so many difficulties, so many problems, so many reversals, but what is my opportunity to advance in Krishna consciousness? He is not envious of the circumstance, he is not envious of the people, he is not envious of bad situation, all that. He is looking where is the opportunity for me to pick up for advancement in Krishna consciousness. That we see. Therefore, Maharaj Parikshit, the very first line, Maharaj Parikshit is realist, practical, pragmatic. Not that, oh, so many problems are there, now nothing can be done. He caused my problem, this problem, that problem. Kali Yuga is Dosha Nidhi Rajan. But there is one good effect. What is that? Kirtana Deva Krishnasya Mukta Sangha Param Vrajet. So like this, wonderful instructions are there by Srila Prabhupada, how a devotee can mold his character to become a honeybee in the society. Even though people don't become honeybees, but they all appreciate a character of a honeybee. Everyone will like. So in one Nectar of Devotion, Prabhupada writes, softness of the heart is compared with honey, with butter and nectar. Heart can be compared to honey, butter and nectar. And the condition of the mind is compared with the sunshine. As honey and butter become melted even in the slight sunshine, so soft-hearted persons become easily melted. Soft people, their heart is very soft, they become easily melted, compassionate. Nectar, however, is by its nature always liquid, and the hearts of those who are in pure ecstatic love with Krishna are by nature always liquefied, just like nectar. So basically, a devotee's heart has to be very soft, just like a butter, just like a honey, or like a nectar, liquefied. And with that softness, he advances in Krishna consciousness. The rigidity or puffed up nature makes us rigid. Puffed up nature. But if we are puffed up, we cannot advance Krishna consciousness. Amanina manadena kirtaniya sadaharihi. One of the bhavas in the 16 that MPP has given, soulful vinamrata. We have to chant with humbleness. Not pride, I know everything, I am God. We will not be able to chant. So when we are humble, we will find good qualities in all others. Even though apparently we will all be bad, it appears, but you will see good. And the best example Krishna is setting here. In Pūtanā he has seen good quality. Even now theoretically we cannot understand how Krishna thought she is mother. Even we analyze, we cannot understand. Prahalad Maharaj, he is praying for his father to get liberated. One who tortured him every day from the time he is born. But he is praying, my father should become liberated. Please excuse my father. That's a great quality. Haridas Thakur, he was beaten in 21 marketplace, but he never ever uttered one curse against those who tormented him. Because good qualities. A devotee only looks at all the good qualities. Any questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Yes. I have one question, Prabhu. Little elaborate one. Kindly bear me. So, as you mentioned yesterday's class regarding the Bhagavad Gita, and you opened the class also with Srila Prabhupada's analogy that Prabhupada went to Gita Jayanti day. So initially we learned that let there be one God, one book, one mantra, etc. So if you read Bhagavad Gita, initially we thought only Bhagavad Gita is sufficient. Then if you read Bhagavad Gita, then Krishna brought the concept of the spiritual master also. Then after that, Srila Prabhupada mentioned not only Bhagavad Gita, we need to read Bhagavatam also. And today's morning quote, Srila Prabhupada says, if you simply chant Hare Krishna mantra and read Srimad Bhagavatam, Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, so your life is successful. After reading Bhagavatam, Srila Prabhupada again mentioning, at least once in a life we need to study Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita. He added Chaitanya Charitamrita also. And he told it is the PhD in the devotional service. So later Prabhupada told nectar of devotion and all. So my question is just of three parts. So first one, so we say only one book is sufficient. But let us say example, initially if we tell one folk boy to read only Bhagavad Gita, we will inspire him. So after reading Bhagavad Gita and all, after for 1 year, we will inspire him. Still you are reading only Bhagavad Gita, so please read Bhagavatam. If he completes Bhagavatam, then we will inspire him. Please read Chaitanya Charitamrita also. Then again to nectar of devotion and all. So which one book is sufficient? So and one more part of the question is, so initially, so we say that Krishna, then the spiritual master also should be there when the worship of Krishna. Then if you read the Chaitanya Charitamrita, so spiritual master, Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also must be there. But again we learned Nityananda Prabhu also must be there. And then we learned Panchatattva also must be there. And then we learned 6 Goswamis must be there. And then previous Acharyas also must be there. So which path is sufficient? So that is the second one. And the third one is, even we learned, so Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So but if you read Chaitanya Charitamrita, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Supreme Personality of Godhead and Nityananda Prabhu is called as Supreme Personality of Godhead. Advaita Acharya is called Supreme Personality of Godhead and Nityananda Prabhu's son Veerabhadra is called Supreme Personality of Godhead. And not only that, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami mentioned, if you simply remember the name of Parameshwari Dasa or Parameshwar Dasa, then you will get the love of Godhead very easily. Just like we will say about Hare Krishna mantra result. So where do I invest my faith? For example, one institute offered one degree course for some amount. A poor student got some money with great difficulty, paid the fees. Then after that 1 year, the institute says pay again. Or in between, the institute asks fees for exam fees, building fees, lab fees, etc. So that poor student, from where he can bring the extra money? So in the same way, a poor conditioned soul, where he can invest his faith? So this question regarding the path and the faith and the position of God.
See, just like one question was sufficient, but you asked 3 questions. Which question I have to answer? Like that, you are asking similar, one faith enough, 3 faiths are, which faith I have to put? If the conditioned soul is satisfied with Bhagavad Gita, whole of his life, simply reading Bhagavad Gita, that is enough. But can he, in his conditioned state, can he only read Bhagavad Gita? How many times can he read? Let us see practically. You are able to understand? Suppose we read one time Bhagavad Gita, and again the student comes and asks, Prabhu, I finished. And you say, again you read. So same question you will ask, why Prabhu again? Understood, no? But it is a fact, Bhagavad Gita has the potency. If one has got the faith that simply if I read Bhagavad Gita, that is sufficient. Then, and he got that patience and tolerance, going on reading same book again and again, again and again, he will get the ultimate benefit, no doubt about it. But our conditioned living is not favorable for that. Our conditioned living is we always want variety, we want new things. So even in spirituality there are varieties, we should understand. We should not negate varieties in spirituality. Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Nectar of Devotion, every book is spiritual, oneness. But then in that oneness there are varieties. Bhagavad Gita gives a certain rasa, Bhagavatam gives a certain rasa, Chaitanya Charitamrita gives a certain rasa. So that is given, these are all given for a sadhaka, a varieties are given, variety of engagements are given. So we should not misquote the logic that you are extending, just like yesterday we discussed, interpretations, screwing some meaning out of it. So wrong logics if we apply, then we end up in such confusion. You are comparing a material situation where a person is for a profit, he is marketing his product, which has no real value. In that product that he is marketing, because it has no value, real value, he is adding some masala into it and selling. So first he will tell you take this course, then he will tell again take this one more course. And we are extending that logic to Krishna consciousness, where there is no material profit. Suppose we say, first you read Bhagavad Gita, next we say, read Bhagavatam. There is no material profit in this situation. And that is a real content. Bhagavad Gita is real content. Bhagavatam is real content. Understood, no? So we should not apply wrong logics, then wrong meanings will come. Conclusions will be wrong. Therefore, we should be very careful when we apply logics, no? Better we should consult properly before applying. Just like you are doing now. It's the right way. So that is a completely that situation that you described, compared, that is a completely material, envious, greedy kind of a situation. But this is Krishna consciousness. There is no such element here. And the spiritual dimension is, there are varieties. Yes, Bhagavad Gita is sufficient, or Bhagavatam is sufficient, or even Chaitanya Charitamrita is sufficient. But then there are varieties. We read Bhagavad Gita, then the next level goes to Bhagavatam, then the next level goes to Chaitanya Charitamrita, the next level goes to Nectar of Devotion. Like that, a devotee enjoys the spiritual variegatedness and advances in Krishna consciousness, even in his conditioned stage. Now you mentioned Krishna is there, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is there, then Nityananda Prabhu is there. Yes, all those various incarnations of the Lord, they are all one, Advaitam. But then, why so many needed? Same thing, varieties. Nityananda Prabhu is having one rasa, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is having one rasa, Madan Mohan is having one rasa, Radharani is having one rasa. So like that, we relate with the different incarnations in a different rasa, with each different rasa, different bhava, bhakti, engagement of service. So we should not equate that with any material circumstance, material element. And there is no comparison. And instead of thinking like that, we should actually enjoy the variety. Just like suppose, every day you are given dosa. Maybe first day you will be happy, maybe second day. Even though dosa you eat is sufficient for your health. But can you eat only dosa and live? Or rice dal and live? Not possible. So a conditioned soul seeks variety. He needs variety. And that opportunity for variety is there in spiritual life also. Otherwise they will not take spiritual life. So we should not show laziness in spiritual life. Laziness is thinking that there is no variety in Krishna consciousness. Only one book I will read, Bhagavad Gita. Prabhupada told one line. Just take one statement. Just Bhagavad Gita is enough. And that's all. That is enough for UKG, LKG. Then Prabhupada told postgraduate study is there. Then PhD study is there. All of that is there. Understood, no? So, very carefully we need to apply this. And in Krishna consciousness, we should enjoy all the available variegatedness. We should not expect, create our own variegated. Whatever is available variegatedness, we should enjoy to full extent. Engage different books. Prabhupada, whatever, so many books Prabhupada has written, all the books, reading, varieties, assimilating, summarizing all the jnana from different books that Prabhupada has written, just like honeybee. Prabhupada has written something in Chaitanya Charitamrita, something in Bhagavatam, something in Bhagavad Gita, somewhere in conversation, some letter, assimilating all of them. So like that we should enthusiastically engage in variegatedness in spiritual life, then our search for variegatedness in material life will be finished. If we don't engage in available variegated engagements in Krishna consciousness, we will enter into variegatedness in material world. Material variegatedness will allure us. Prakshepatmika Shakti will work. Because we are making Krishna consciousness very monotonous. Oh, Bhagavad Gita, that's all, I finished. But you didn't realize Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. So therefore you need more dose, higher dose. Understood, no? So we should not come into that thinking. Then we will look for material variegated. We will fall into the trap of material variegatedness. Then we will be in trouble. Because we are not engaged in enjoying the rasa in spiritual variegatedness. Bhagavad Gita is there, Bhagavatam is there, Chaitanya Charitamrita is there, Prabhupada conversation is there, Prabhupada books, letters are there, Prabhupada's special lectures are there, festival lectures are there. Festival engagement is there. In festival, so many varieties of services are there. In that service, there are varieties of way I can improvise it. In that improvisation, there is a fine tuning in that. If we don't pull ourselves into that Krishna conscious variegatedness, we will search for variegatedness in material world. So Krishna very intelligent, very smart. He has given, okay, you search for, you are conditioned soul, you want variegatedness, I am giving, take. Bhagavad Gita, take. Over, Bhagavatam, take. Bhagavatam also over, take Chaitanya Charitamrita. Over, nectar of devotion. Like that. Okay, all books you have read. Okay, now do service. When you are doing service, then you will become confused like Arjuna. And then again you will read Bhagavad Gita. Then I have new meaning out of it. New realization. Then again read Bhagavatam, new realization. So we create happiness in spiritual life through all engagement, active engagement in variegatedness. That's why utsahat nischayat dhairyat. Utsaha, with utsaha. Engage in all. Oh, you told one, now you are telling two. That is not utsaha. Oh, one more, oh, very nice. Just like a small child. If you give one ice cream, for him not enough. He will ask, one more. One more. The more you give, more excitement he will become. So like that, a devotee becomes more excited by more and more engagement, variegated engagement in Krishna consciousness. Provided it is available. You should not artificially create. It is available. I create one more incarnation. Not like that. I will, some other book I will read. What is available? Variegatedness is available in Krishna consciousness. That we can enjoy. Okay. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, शिल प्रभुपाद की.